everyone. Welcome back to Caroline's Voice on Health and Wellness. I am so excited to have you here. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for tuning in today. It is a new day that the Lord has made. I'm so excited. Whether you tuned in last time or you're just simply saying, let me see what Caroline has to say. What does Caroline has to say today on health and wellness? I am so excited. Before I go any further, before I spill the beans of what we're going to talk about today, I would like to give a shout out to God is Able Church. Oh my God, they overwhelmed me. They came in and subscribed and liked the channel. My God, it was a traffic of God is Able. A shout out to Mami Shamila. Thank you so much for sending the troops my way. Oh, they did me good. They did me so well. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord just continue to increase on God is Able. Whatever you are desiring. I know as a ministry, there is always something that you're asking the Lord to add on you. May the Lord add that particular thing that you as a minister of God, you as the leader of that church is saying, I would love to get this. May the Lord do that. And may the Lord bless the people, everyone that came in and subscribed and commented and liked a video. Oh, may the Lord bless you. I am so grateful. I'm telling you people, it is like waking up. I think I'm going to use a description where a child, they say a fat child looking at a cookie, they get so excited. Oh my God, when I saw the notifications come in, I would wake up in the morning, see notifications of somebody else subscribed. Oh my God. It was awesome. I am so grateful for such people like that hear a call, that hear a need, and they make it they make it a point to subscribe. Thank you so much. Oh my God, yesterday, welcome back from the Labor Day weekend. Welcome back. What did I do? I came to the office and then I said, oh my goodness, today is my day. We are celebrating the laborers. So that's what we are going to be talking about. We are going to be talking about laboring, respecting the laborers. People, yes, respecting the laborers, the people that have labored in the spirit, the people that have labored in the day-to-day things, the people that have honoring the hands of those people that have built the world, the people that have built our society. I just love America. These developed countries, praise be to God, these developed countries, they make certain that they celebrate every little thing. We have so many holidays here in America, but I'm talking about Labor Day, which was yesterday, September 2nd, 2024. There were we celebrate. Some people celebrated by, prayers. Some people celebrated by barbecue. I did both. I celebrated by praying, and I also celebrated by the barbecue. Oh my God, you could smell the barbecue everywhere. Driving, you could just smell the meat. The aroma of the meat. I love meat. But so that's what we're going to be talking about today. I am very passionate about working. I consider myself a hard worker. I wake up in the morning, I dress up, I come to work, I just go get stuff done. And when there's a day to celebrate us, I am happy, I am grateful. Excuse me, I'm sorry. So My title today, as I said, that we are going to be talking about honoring, respecting the hands of the people that have built this world. I live in America. The history of America that I've been able to, that I can remember on top of my head. It says that the natives came, the Americans came in. The natives, I don't have much history, but I'll tell you what I think I know. I didn't do any history, any research about this, but what I remember from school, there's the native Indians, then the Europeans came and colonized America, and all that. So we have to be able to respect people that have built our world. Apart from the people that came and founded this nation, America, we have to also think of the day-to-day people, people that started the computer, people that started, right now I'm using my desktop to even send out a message to you guys to record. So we have to respect, we have to give back to people like that. And in society, we often overlook individuals that are behind the scenes. Right now I'm sitting in my office and I'm recording, but after I record, I have someone that I can send and say, can you edit this for me? Can you take out, people can look and say, oh, Caroline did, posted this video, but they do not think of the people behind this scene, the people that are crucial, to be, to recognize, what am I trying to say? We don't think of these people. For example, when I like to host a lot of parties, but I also have to remember that I'm not the one that cooks when I host parties. I have a very beautiful mother that makes the best food. So I have to recognize when people come maybe to my home and say, oh my God, the food was so yummy. Maybe the credit might go to me, saying, oh Carol, thank you for hosting us. But we also have to recognize the people behind the scene, like my mom, who has made the best food, that has made the party to be what it is right of now. So it is very important that these people behind the scenes are recognized. Praise be to God. These people are given their share of recognition because they put in a lot of time. And actually, one time I was sitting and advising, I was counseling someone and telling them that it could be all right. As I was saying, I'm sorry I take some breaks because my phone is ringing off the hook. I'm telling you, we are talking about laborers. We are talking about people that are working so hard. I am one of them. Not to blow my own trumpet, but I might as well put it out there. But what we are going to talk about, we're going to just go into deep of how do we recognize these people that wake up in the morning and put in their time to work. How do we recognize these people? I'm a person that wakes up very early to go to my place of work, where I see the patients. It's a facility. I go in to see patients. It's a healthcare facility. And in the morning when I get in there, sometimes I'm there at 6 a.m. I do not find the administrator there. I do not find the director of nursing or the nurses. The first person I find usually it is the housekeeping, is the people cleaning the doors and making sure that the outside is looking great. And how do I recognize such people? Is by saying, hi, good morning. I make sure that I call them by name. I say, Jose, how are you? By doing so, they feel appreciated. They feel, being a nurse practitioner coming in, we are respected in a way. So when I get in and I come, call, that the housekeeper, that person cleaning every morning, and I call them by their name. Oh my God. Sometimes I hear them, I remember when I went on, I was trying to tell them, can you guys go in and and prescribed to my channel. They were the number one. But why? It's because that I have shown them that I see them, I see their work. I see their work. So that is one way of doing what? Of recognizing people that work hard, people that work behind the scenes. And this does not mean that you bypass the administrators when they come in. After I go, when I go in this facility, I go in as a vendor. Do you guys understand? I go in as a vendor. What is a vendor? Someone that, they are not hired by the facility. I'm not their employee, but I'm going in to provide services, outside services to their patients. So when I come in, the other way of recognizing people that labor, that have taken the time to say, Caroline, I will use your service. I will use you. There are so many other nurse practitioners out there. There are so many other agencies out there. But when they choose my agents, when they choose my service, one of the ways that I go in to recognize their labor, their choice, is by being grateful. I will go in the morning or after I see the patients, I'll go in and give them an update and ask them about their, how is family. If I know maybe they shared that their child was sick, or their dog. I'm not saying I don't like dogs, but it's not my cup of tea. But some people love to have their pets. I will go ask about their pet. If their pet is a snake, I'll ask about how is, they name them names. I'll remember the name and I will contribute. That is another way of doing what? Of showing respect to these people that labor. What other way? Tell me, go in the comment and tell me, how can you show respect to the laborers? Like I say, the health and wellness is comprises of different things. One of the things is spiritual. So I'm going to cite a scripture. Allow me to cite a scripture. So the Bible says that I will bless the works of your hands. Our God is saying that when you labor, when you don't stay in bed and sleep, when you get out and go work, and not only working, but working with a joyful heart, God is saying to us that I will bless the works of your hand. No wonder America is saying, let us put a day to recognize the laborers. Let us put a day to recognize the people behind the scenes. I want to cite our president. The American elections. We have, we vote in our presidents, and our presidents are named in February. All that stuff. In November, of course, February they announced blah blah blah. And one thing that we see, that for example, right now our president is President Biden, but he has people that work behind the scenes, people that write scripts. I've not gotten to that advantage whereby someone can write a script for me. Maybe sometime I will. But there is people that work behind the scenes, people that advise him. Me as a business owner, I'm a business owner in Trucking Nursing Services. Yeah. So as a business owner, I have people that work behind the scenes. I have home health aides. I have nurses. I have people that work in the office, the HR. So we have to recognize, as an employee, how do you recognize your staff? What I have decided as an employee, I make sure that I know the birthdays of my employees. I may not know them by head, but I get a piece of paper or a software, and I make note of my employees' birthdays. I may not buy a gift, but I'll send that message out and say happy birthday to you. They will feel appreciated. They will feel the work that they are doing is of importance. They will think back in their mind that, oh my God, I remember one time it was my birthday, and I had how we grow up, you forget and all that. But there was this special lady. Actually, she was my pastor's wife. She's my pastor's wife. She came. It was a surprise. I was home. I was not even remembering. And she came with flowers and her children. I will never forget that birthday. And she brought me a vase of flowers and a card. And they were all singing for me. But also that it could look, behind the scenes, it could also show that she was also appreciating me as a member of their church. Appreciating me and saying, Carol, we see what you're doing. Carol, we see you. We know your birthday. So just even a birthday reminder, coming and sending that text message and saying, happy birthday. Enjoy your day. May the Lord bless you. Is also a way of doing what? Of acknowledging. We are all happy. My Ugandan community, we are all happy. There is during this holiday, the weekend of Labor Day, we have God bless Uganda and my Ugandan, because the diaspora community, they have this organization called UNA. And people go into network, they go into socialize, they go into to show off their businesses, and really to learn new things from each other, to bring up different ideas on how to build our community as we live in America. So when we go in there, but they put it on a day of Labor Day, on Labor Day celebrations. So when I see that they are celebrating laborers as well. It's a small token to the Ugandan community, saying that we see you. We know that you guys are working very hard. We see you. It is time for us to take a break. Come and we take a break. As we take a break, come and we do what? And we learn new things. We learn new ideas. So I want to caution all of us to tell people, let us as employees, as people in the community, as leaders, as employers, let us learn to recognize the people, those hands that have worked tirelessly. If God says that I will bless the works that work tirelessly, the hands that work continuously, if I will bless them, I will bless those works or those hands. Why not us? Why don't we emulate what the Lord is telling us? Why don't we emulate that? We know how, if, for example, I live in North Bellerica. I live on a street in North Bellerica. I won't mention my street, but I live on a street. My home, I'm not saying I live on the road, but my home is on one of the streets. But what I've seen in that community, that the leaders in the community, or the neighbors, the people that live there, they have an essential role of welcoming. One time, actually, it was around COVID time when we had just bought that house. Then a year later or 2 years later, COVID hit. But I saw the leaders, I saw my neighbors work tirelessly to call the entire neighborhood around to just welcome us. But also I see that they saw that we were hardworking people. They saw, because I live in a community that, how should I describe it? I won't go there. But I saw it. So that recognition of saying, oh, this young couple that has come in the community, hard working with small children. Maybe because we have to remember that in COVID we were staying home. But also they saw that having all these children, this person being at home taking care of this, it's also working behind the scenes. And maybe that's what that's what pushed them. They are seeing a young woman with a young family. They are seeing a young man. I'm talking about my husband. They saw a young couple with so many children. We have so many children. You don't know, we have so many children. We love them anyway. So they saw that. And this community came together to appreciate us, to love us, to show some love to us. My dear, let us, all of us, extend that kind of love to people. Let us extend that kind of love. that kind of acknowledgement. If God himself can acknowledge us, how about us? Why wouldn't we copy that? Anyway, tell me, what other ways, you will go to the comment section. Tell me, what other ways can we acknowledge, can we show respect to the people that have travailed so much? I've always told you I'm a woman of faith. For a woman of faith, what do? I'm going to give you an example of what I do. I send a text message to my pastor and say, Pastor, how are you? Sometimes what I do, I will send a text message and say, Pastor, I appreciate you. Thank you for praying for us. Or thank you for the message that you preached on Sunday. When I'm praying, sometimes behind the scenes can also mean you as the appreciator. I'm talking about you. You as the appreciator saying, God, you go before the Lord and pray for the people that have done you well. I have a small book. People that know me, they know me that I like to organize things. If I don't write things down, I forget. So people that know me, they know that I always write things down. So I have a small book. And you know what the name of the book is? I call it the Book of Gratitude. It is my gratitude book. So what I do in that book, I write down everyone that the Lord reminds me that has done me well. From childhood, I'm so grateful that the Lord has given me a memory. My God, I remember things. I remember things. Even when I was young, I write down my pastor's names. I write down, even the thing that I remember they did. That thing that, that example that I've told you of my pastor's wife, my former pastor's wife. I have told you the thing that I've told you about my pastor's wife. Praise be to God. The thing that she did for me. She came and brought flowers, a vase of flowers. She brought a card and her children to come and sing for me happy birthday. That was a gratitude. So I will write down things like that. I remember when you prayed for me. I remember when when I write down, because sometimes I have nothing to pray. Sometimes there's days that you cannot pray. What I do, I pull out that book and I will just read. That will be my prayer. And I will say, God bless these people. I start reading one by one. God bless my sister Faith. Bless my sister brother. I will read one by one. Bless my mother. Bless who? I have it's an entire book. I read. Sometimes I'll read the entirety of it, or I will read half of it, and that will be my prayer. But that as well in itself is showing respect. Showing respect to the people that have worked so hard to build the community. Because if someone, lifts my spirits up, they are building the community. Because when I get out of the community, I'm just, I have good attitude, I have good vibes, They are building the community. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. Hey, as you listen, I want to remind you guys, please. I want you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I want you to comment. I want you to subscribe. I want you to like. I want you to press that notification button. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. I love you all. Take care. Bye-bye.